we've had a few weird events leading up to this.
Right there, you see what it is? It's a Masonic symbol.
Well, it just turns out that the item given to us by my coworker, a Freemason's apron from his grandfather.
Sometimes you do things that make you question what the hell you're doing in life. And yeah, this is one of those times. I'm really not getting out of this.
He actually can knock it out. There's not a chance.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Guys!
In 2017, we first stepped foot inside the Randolph County Infirmary.
Is this the little girl?
Is the cloak man keeping you here? Are you stranded?
Yes. Now, 3.5 years later, we have returned to Winchester, Indiana to once again investigate the most active location we've ever experienced. We arrived and met with Tim Murphy, the caretaker of the property.
All right, then in 1851, they built the first building here. 2 years later, it burned down. And then they built another building right over there on the other side of the driveway, and they fired the bricks on site. They made it out of brick, and then 30 years later, the bricks started melting in the rain because they didn't fire the brick hot enough or long enough. So after 30 years, it started turning into mud when it would rain.
Originally known as the Randolph County Poor Farm, this 50,000 square foot behemoth was built in 1899 and operated under a cycle of owners until finally closing its doors in 2009.
A cholera outbreak in the 1920s was the source of many deaths in the area, forcing the infirmary to take in an overwhelming amount of dead bodies.
Back in the 1920s, there was a cholera epidemic that went around this area. And if you got cholera in the morning, you're dead by night. Okay, and there was a lot of people dying. The funeral homes, the morgue, the hospital, they're full of dead people. And they kept dying. So the county got together with some of the funeral home guys, and they brought an embalming table out here. And they put it basically where this table's at, okay? And there were so many people dying that from this line right here on the floor up to right here, the bodies were stacked all the way down the wall, okay? And then one day they couldn't get done with 3 of the bodies. So I'm going back up, reboot, beep, beep. This right here is the butcher table, okay, butcher block, and those are meat hooks up there. So this part was the meat room. They had meat paper over here, which they wrapped the meat up in. The 3 bodies that they couldn't get done with, they actually wrapped them up in meat paper, okay? And then they came over here, they moved all the food from this side over to this side. And this is the original cooler from the 1920s. So this is over 100 years old right here, okay? These are different shelves in here, but they put the bodies 1, 2, and 3, okay? The bodies in here, okay? But they moved all the food to that side. So the next day, 3 people died of cholera from the food being contaminated. If you look at that door behind them shelves, it's really short, okay?
Oh, I see that, yeah.
Okay, the floor has been raised 18 inches, all right? And now if you see that right over there, that's up pretty high for the floor being 18 inches. But I'll tell you about that, and you can see that someone tried to break the arch out, okay? You see how it's been broke out right there?
Oh yeah.
We caught a guy breaking it out with a pair of nunchucks, digging it out. And I'll tell you why over here. Come on over here. Okay, now I'll tell you why. If you look up there on the top on the keystone of the arch, right there, you see what it is? You see what that is? It's a Masonic symbol.
Oh.
Okay?
What?
Right
Wait,
there.
what?
Sonic symbol.
The Masons, the Masonic
Are
symbol.
you shitting
You're
me?
kidding.
Are you shitting me?
No, you're kidding me.
No.
Man, we had
Oh,
a
wow.
coworker of mine
We had a coworker of mine tell me his grandfather gave him something before he died.
So he watched our Conjuring. We went to the Conjuring house in Rhode Island.
Just
And
like that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
We went to the Conjuring house, and his coworker watched our documentary, and he said something like, I don't know why, but my grandfather gave me this before he died, and he said, you know what to do with it when you knew. Like, you just figure it out. And he said, I don't know why, but I feel like
You need to take it with you.
You need to take it with you to when you go to this place. It's a Freemason's apron.
This is one of the strangest things we've ever had happen on an investigation. We were given a Freemason's apron from Alex's coworker to bring to the infirmary on a hunch. It just so happens to tie in directly with the building, as a Freemason symbol has been carved into the wall. We will attempt to use this apron as a trigger object later on in the investigation. One of the most well-known spirits of Randolph County is a woman named Ida who committed suicide in the basement. In our original documentary, it was just outside of this very room where we captured a picture of a girl standing near the window.
I think that's the room right there.
What room?
No, we had a crazy thing happen back
When
there.
we were here, what was it, 2017?
Yeah.
I think so. We were walking along, and things were starting to happen. We actually did the Ouija board years ago. And we were walking down, I had the spirit box going, and it was kept leading us from the boiler room, from the kitchen to the boiler room, and then it just led us down this hallway. And I just stuck my recorder, or stuck the spirit box in that room back there, and we got a little girl that
Maybe it
said,
was
help.
this one.
That might have been this one. It was one of these rooms coming out here. A girl just said, help.
Okay.
And then there was a man, and it was a back and forth that this man wouldn't let this girl speak, and
Okay.
all that type of stuff. Like, it was a pretty,
You know about Ida, right?
yes.
Yes.
You're in Ida's room right now. Right there's where her
shit.
bed was, okay? Her husband was an ass. He was a traveling salesman, pardon me, and he was cheating on her. So he was getting a little on the side on the road, and he ended up getting syphilis. Okay, did they tell you about that? Okay, he ended up getting syphilis, okay? And that's the same thing Al Capone died of, was syphilis. Okay, it ate his brain up, and with Ida's husband, it ate his brain up. Okay, and they were saying that her son brought her and dropped her off here. She didn't have any boys. She had two daughters. One died in childbirth, the other died a couple decades after her. Okay, but in 1939 she was out here. Okay, and when the syphilis would get a hold of her, she'd go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, so they would put her in this room right here, and because it had the bars on the window. And she would not be locked down during the day, but she'd be locked down at night. One night she asked if she could have a broom to sweep up in here. So the caretaker's wife gave her a broom. And right there where her bed's at, she put the broom up here on the top, okay? And on top of these pipes. And she ripped the ticking off of the bed, which is basically the fabric woven in between the bed springs.
Mm-hmm.
So she ripped that off and she made a noose out of it. She tied it to that broom handle and tied it to her neck, and she jumped off the bed to hang herself. But the ticking stretched, so her feet were on the ground. Okay, so that didn't kill her. So in the morning, the caretaker's wife came down to open the door to let her out, and they found Ida right here underneath at a 45-degree angle, and she was dead. The coroner, yes, she suffocated herself by strangling herself.
I think it was this room because the pole was right out there. And
Okay.
then I think it was this room.
But she died of suffocation. She killed herself. She wanted to kill herself by hanging, but that didn't happen, so she leaned forward and she choked herself to death.
With our interview done, it's time to see what we can capture this time around inside the Randolph County Infirmary. Alex, Jared, and I begin on the second floor, while Xander, Brandon, Trent, and Matt head down to the basement.
We were here a few years ago. Is there a spirit named Vince up here with us?
Nolan and I had quite the experience with somebody named Vince in this jail cell here last time we were here. Do you remember that? Do you remember who we are?
Can you give us a sign of your presence? Make a noise, yell, bang on something, come speak into this recorder. Can you finish a knock for me?
This is where we learn to knock, right? Yeah. I'll do it on the floor. Yeah. Can you finish this knock for us?
Alright, play back. Oh, shit. Can you finish a knock for me? Down there. Vince, is that you? Vince, is that you? Can you touch that again? Do you remember us? If you're not Vince, if you're somebody else, can you go touch that? Touch that antenna right there?
Whose room is that in front of? Who used to stay in that room?
Do you mind if I come down here? Can you speak into this recorder if you're right here? Did you just make a shuffle? I just heard a shuffle come from this room. Can you stop? Thank you. Can you speak into this recorder?
Is this a female? Did anyone die in this room?
If someone died in this room, please turn the flashlight on.
Did anyone die in this room?
If someone died in this room, please turn the flashlight on. Is it me? Are we speaking to Ida? Ida, did you hang yourself in here? Ida, why are there bars on the windows in here?
Right here, we capture a very strange, intelligent male response that says, "'Cause you're here."
Ida, why are there bars on the windows in here?
As we knew going in, this location is incredibly active. So in an attempt to ramp things up even further, Alex and I decide to bring the Freemason's apron to the room in the basement with the Masonic carvings.
Alright, so me and Nolan down here in the basement, and we've had a few weird events leading up to this. I actually had a coworker message me about a week ago telling me he had something that he wanted us to bring on this investigation. He had a very overwhelming feeling that we had to bring this for whatever reason. He told me that he had dreams of him giving me something in front of a big brick building. This whole building's made out of brick, and apparently I could not go inside without having it, is what happened in these dreams. Now, this guy's never been the type of guy, I would say, to have psychic medium powers. He would never say something like that himself. But it was really weird the way he felt the connection to give this to us. And he said it's something that his grandfather had given him before he had passed. And he said that he would know what to do with it. And for some reason, he was just told the right thing to do with it was to give it to us to bring to here. So we got here, and we're going through the tour guide, and maybe an hour in, the tour guide points out this symbol over here on the wall. It's a Freemason, or it's a Masonic symbol of the Freemasons. Well, it just turns out that the item given to us by my coworker just so happens to be, if I can open it, a Freemason's apron from his grandfather. Not sure why. He's not sure why we had to have this or why his grandfather even gave it to him, but we're here now. We're going to see where this leads. It's got me nervous because those connections are weird. I mean, that's a weird thing.
We've had them happen before.
Yeah, I mean,
too many times to ignore it.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, let's do this, man. Alright.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, go ahead. There's 20 minutes on the clock. Let's push it.
Alright, where do we even start? I was given this item by a coworker of mine. I'm not sure what it's about or what it's for, but we found this symbol on the wall. We might think it has something to do with that. First of all, if there's anything in this basement or anybody that knows why we were sent here with this, can you make a noise?
It's dying, like right there. Your headlight just completely died.
Wow.
Whoa. I just got chills.
It just died right off my head like that.
My flashlight was dying too.
Is it dead?
I don't know. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get this recorder. I can't see a thing. Hold on. Oh, here I can. I'm just gonna leave this rolling. I'm gonna put this over.
Look at this. Every time I turn it on, it just dies.
That's crazy. Let's go. Let's do it.
Pumping.
Let's do it. Right as we turn that on. Open that up.
Open this?
Open it up. The energy in here is different, man.
Oh, man. We're looking for answers. We just want to know why we were sent here with this. What does this mean? Thank you. I'm going to open this up. If connection to this? Can you make a noise? Tell us why we were sent here.
Do you want him to put it on? This apron? After Alex's headlamp dies, the energy in the room changes. As he opens the apron for the first time, you see an orb fly right out of it.
What kind of symbol is on the wall?
Who's down here with us? Who's down here with us?
What am I supposed to do with this?
You use the energy from our flashlights. Come down here into this room and talk to us.
The flashlight is fine.
Yeah, what the You just got that, didn't you?
Brandon, an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. Brandon bought it for you,
A
didn't
few
he?
hours ago.
Brandon bought it for you. Is there anybody down here?
Yes.
What's your name?
It's a machine.
What is your name?
If you can't tell us what to do, we're not going to know. We need to know what to do with this. Are we supposed to leave it here?
Leave it in here for me.
Is that what it said?
That's exactly what it just said. Leave it in here for me. This is one of the best Class A responses we've ever gotten. A woman comes through with a full sentence and says, "Leave it in here for me."
Are we supposed to leave it here?
Leave it in here for me.
Is that what it said?
That's exactly what it just said. Leave it in here for me. I swear to God, it said, "Leave it in here for me."
Maybe that's what we need to do.
All right, we're going to leave this apron in here for you. We ended night one with amazing evidence, but we knew that we would have to push it even further the next night. We began our final night split up into different teams, Jared, Trent, and Xander in the basement, while Alex, Brandon, Matt, and myself go upstairs.
Yes? What room would you like us to go to? It's up to you. We have a Mary with us by chance? What about the doors? Oh, this is your favorite spot in the place, right here.
What is your name?
What?
Mike?
I thought it said what?
I thought it said Mike. What is your name?
What?
Mike?
I thought it said what?
I thought it said Mike.
Who are the people we sent downstairs? What are they doing? They're friends? You say they're friends.
I thought that's what I heard. Is there a spirit named Lulu here?
What happened to Lulu? You can go talk to any of the guys they have in these rooms. What are their names? Can you say Brandon? Holy fucking
Whoa!
shit! Holy fucking shit! God,
That was-
I had to bleep that out. Oh my gosh! It whispered it to us.
It was Brandon.
Brandon.
Whoa!
Oh.
This is one of the coolest intelligent responses we've ever received. A voice comes through the phasma and on command whispers, Brandon.
Can you say Brandon? Holy fucking shit!
Whoa! Use all the energy you can.
Something my spirits.
That's what I... And slam one of these doors. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Sounded like a slam the door.
It sounded like a slam the door through there.
That was funny. Can you slam a real door?
Contact the basement?
Yeah, the basement.
What's in the basement?
What's in the basement? They're on their way out.
Another way out. I swear to God, that's what it just said. Another way out.
Or I thought they said they're on their way out.
It could have been either or.
If they're heading up right now, I'm out of here.
They're ready now. Who's ready now? In the basement? What are the names of the spirits in the basement?
Investigation.
Dude, they're talking about them down there.
They're really talking about them.
At the same time in the basement, this was happening.
Alright, we're about to leave. We'll be back. Don't think this is the last you're gonna hear from us. It's definitely not. Alright, we're leaving. Guess this is it. What do you want to get into? Go down that hallway. There's a staircase and go up.
That was them.
Downstairs, I think.
That was them.
The machine had
Heading up right now. Are our friends done in the basement?
Dude, it was spot on.
Yeah, like, you know they start, when it said that, you know they started like packing up. That was just like a couple minutes ago. Did our friends leave the basement? Should we stop up here and go down to the basement? That's them.
The camera guy.
That's the camera guy!
That's the camera guy! Holy crap!
For several minutes, the spirits had been communicating with us about the group in the basement, predicting when they were finishing their session. As they were closing doors, leaving the basement, a male spirit tells us that our camera guy was the one slamming the doors, making Alex and I scream like little girls.
That's them.
The camera guy.
That's the camera guy!
That's the camera guy! Holy crap!
With the building as active as it's been the entire investigation, we decide to take it one step further as Xander volunteers to go alone in the basement.
Guy, it's just me down here, Xander. We are in the basement. We are in the hallway. Right by the room with the Masonic symbol. I can't really see it. Right there. We're in this hallway. Is there anyone that would like to talk? Anyone? I just want to get to know you better. That's all. Don't want to hurt you. It's just me. I have a camera in my hand. I can't do anything. I just want answers. That's all. Is anyone willing to speak with me? Do you not like me? What is my name?
Though he doesn't hear it in real time, when Xander asks the spirits to say his name, a disembodied voice is captured saying Xander, seemingly right next to him.
What is my name?
As you can see from the static camera, this was not him saying it as his mouth does not move.
What is my name?
So sometimes you do things that make you question what the hell you're doing in life. And yeah, this is one of those times. I am going to be left alone, the first floor of Randolph County Infirmary, strapped down, unable to move on this gurney. We got the REM pod set up right there. We got a camera down there, camera right here, millimeter, phasma box. We're gonna see what I can capture. I'm gonna try and act like I'm a patient calling out for help. We have apparently been in contact with a nurse on this floor, in this building. So we're gonna see what kind of activity can be drawn up from doing stupid stuff. So. Shit, huh? Yeah, this whole ghost hunting thing, I'm not really sure about it anymore. This is gonna get tired. Oh fuck, I'm really not getting out of this.
He actually cannot get out. There's not a chance. Alright, Doug, go ahead and go down and do starting now.
Alright, the only problem is my ass is like right on a bar right now.
So
hold on. I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Okay.
Like legit. I can get in my pocket and grab my flashlight. I think I can do that.
Okay. Alright, Jared, go ahead.
It's rolling.
Turn it on, brother.
Camera's rolling.
Hold on, does it look good? Turn the light off then. Go back down there, check it with your light off. Come on, man. Hold on. What time is it right now?
151.
Go 205. Hello? Can somebody come down and help me?
No.
Is there a nurse? Help! Somebody come down here and help me, I'm hurting. I literally cannot move, bro. This is...
The spirit, being a smartass but also truthful, responds to my situation by saying,
Hello? Oh, what was that? Did I just hear you? I think I just said pick this up. Oh, I just gotta chill.
I hear something down the hallway make a clicking sound which is clearly captured by our static camera, followed by 3 intelligent voices that seem to be trying to help me.
Hello? Oh, what was that? Did I just hear you? I think I just said pick this up. Oh, I just gotta chill. Are you behind me?
we were stuck.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Guys!
I started to settle in, feeling a little like I said, as comfortable as you possibly could in that predicament, like just facing down that way. But then I heard it come from behind me, and I didn't feel safe anywhere. That's when like the panic attacks set in, and I was like, started to calm down a little bit, but that was crazy. Fuck.
Our return to the Randolph County Infirmary did not disappoint. From weird connections before we even arrived,
First of all, if there's anything in this basement, or anybody that knows why we were sent here with this.
Leave it in here for me!
to intelligent voices calling us out by name,
That's the camera guy! That's the camera guy!
this asylum remains at the top of our list for most active locations we've ever investigated.